heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank, they see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways, really upset or they show some respect. I can't even think about it, I've been up, so read about it, no beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it, we'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the fee up, and go for ching and none amount of pia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay the feeder, and put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art is an art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. Initiative stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on. So you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check.
First off, I wanted to go ahead and say thank you so much for joining tonight. Today, I am no longer calling the stream Drone Brews. Tonight, it's from here on out, it will now be called Perrier Brews, Perrier Pineapple Brews. I've retired officially from drinking. I will no longer ever touch a sip of alcohol. I am alcohol celibate. That's it. I quit drinking. It will now just be bubbly water. Perrier for life. Really tastes like shit when it's this warm. I'm joking. Of course I'm joking. How could I quit alcohol? I'm a complete liar. I would never do that to myself. That would just go against everything degenerate code. Tonight's beer of choice is a lovely brewery. This is Three Daughters. It's made by Three Hot Daughters Brewery out of St. Pete, Florida. Tonight we're drinking Three Hot Daughters Florida Orange IPA. Right now, my female audience retention is plummeting as we speak. It's now in a negative. I actually have gained negative. I'm in the negative. And I'm just joking. Anyways, we've got a great show for you tonight. We got a bunch of democracy. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. We're gonna drink. We're gonna hug. And we're going to take it all the way down to closing time. This is Drone Brews, the only show streaming live where we talk about drones, we drink alcohol, and we just have there's a lot of merriment. There's enjoyment. There's so much. I'm going to bring my co-host in now as I am rambling as I normally do. Ladies and gentlemen, my esteemed colleague, my friend, my confidant, the man, the myth, the legend, Eddie Eduardo Nunez.
Dímelo, que lo que.
Yes, puta. I say all the wrong words. I say all the wrong words. Like the last time we flew together, you tell me to go into that 7-Eleven. You told me to go in there and be like, hey, bendejo. You told me to say that. Like I thought it was like, que pasa? But that was not that. And we were chased. So why would you do that, Eddie? Why would you do that?
The register girl almost killed you for that one.
I thought she was going to come over the counter. Ladies and gentlemen, lips.
Yes, I see the lips in the chat.
The lips are in the chat. The lips are in the chat. I've got Mr. Eddie Nunez in the chat. I don't know why they hold. They don't. They hold the
weird,
lips.
right?
Isn't that weird? They hold lips for review. Like, come on, it's Lips FPV, baby. Uh, cool. We are in this. We are here. We've got so much to talk about tonight. I feel like there's a lot to talk about. I want to just take it all in pieces because there's a lot of little nuggets of information. First off, Eddie, how are you doing, buddy?
I am doing well. Can't complain. We got a shit ton of snow over the weekend here in New York. Other than that, just the usual stuff.
No. I saw you did do a little bit. You did some flying in the snow.
Yeah,
how was that?
Very briefly. I took the Phantom up, got to warm up those motors. Took the Phantom up, and
you love that drone.
Yeah, just flew one battery, and that was it. That was pretty much it.
Okay. Hey, no harm in that. I cannot relate to the snow. I know nothing about the snow. Here we've it's sunshine and rainbows, and it's just I was over here selfishly complaining that it was 38 degrees the other day.
That's pretty cold for Florida.
Yeah, it was pretty cold. And but no storms. It was a little windy. I blew a little wind up my ass here. But I'm like, oh, it's so cold. And then you texted me and you were like, dude, I can't fly. It's snowing. And I said to myself, I said to my wife, I said, now I feel really bad about complaining. I said it's snow.
Yeah, this is the time that I take a break from FPV because
it's too cold for that shit.
Yeah, it's brutal to stand out there, especially with winds. You get the wind chills, but at least a GPS drone, you can fly like Xavier, just fly from the car 24/7.
Yeah, fly from your office. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and greet the chat. We do this every time. We got Fly Zone Drones. We got Sergio Fly Zone Drones. It's always confusing because both of them have the same logos. Anyways, Sergio Fly Zone Drones. They look alike. They look alike. I can't tell them apart.
Twins,
I don't know.
Right? Yeah, the twins. Yeah.
No, I don't think they're twins. They just look alike. We've got B-Man FPV. We got Matt Bagwell, Matty's Drone World. We got Eddie. You're here, obviously. Duh. We got Drones Unlimited. We've got Jake's Drone Life, Quadcopters and Tech. We got Lens Capture Online. That's Tom. And again, hashtag wrenches for Tom. So there's that. We've got Aaron Allen. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? We got Brandon Smith. He says Dobo. It's a little disco thing. So I don't know. Maybe we dance. I don't know. We got 4 states aerial photography. My assumption is that he shoots aerial photography in 4 states. We got Daniel Jeffries, Bob Casey, Hal 9000. Hal's he's an interesting guy. He seems like a nice person, though. Maryland Drone Guy, Frank Walker. We got Accelerated Heights. Let's see who else we got here. I'm just going for new people. Now it's new people. Leonard Oglesby. Did I say that? Reptilian Research Redux. That name something about that name every time. Robert Glazer. Brandon Smith. Did I say Brandon Smith already? We got Richmond Aerials. Idaho Quadcopter. Mr. Marcus. We got the one, the only, Lon Denard. I see him. He's floating out there. Lon is my therapist today. I swear. This guy is just an amazing person. I love him. Yeah, can't tell you that enough. We got Chris Reinhardt, Artco Drone Solutions, Phantom Flight 101. Just for time. Copy Jim 81, Ariel Dad, Javier SNED 95, and Casey FPV. There is 116 people watching tonight. Thank you so much. And if I haven't said it, Joe actually helped me correct this one time. Joe Photo. He says you got to say it like Fotoleo. Fotoleo.
Yeah.
I fucked that name up so many times. Joe Fotoleo. Maybe I said it right. Joe, you could just say yay or nay. Did we get it right? Nick's High Tech.
If that's his legal last name, Fotoleo.
Fotoleo? I think so, dude. I think that could be. Kenji, UAS Flight Services. Brad, I see you out there, brother. Yeah. So Alex Hallquist is there. I see a lot of Brew Crew members, which I love to see. Tim Jackson, thank you, sir. So everybody's here, and let's just jump into it, man. Today I got a chance. I've been playing with the Skydio 2, and if you remember, I sold the Skydio 2 because I just felt like it wasn't for me. And Eddie, correct me or not, but did you own a Skydio 2 or no?
No, never.
How come you didn't think about buying one?
I think it has a specific case for it, like a specific use. and I don't see how I can leverage a Skydio. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe you can prove me wrong, now in the
I
live
mean,
stream, but
I don't think I could prove you wrong. The Skydio is interesting because, like, for me, I use the one wheel. I use a lot of electronic toys, and I like to chase myself. And today, I was just ripping through these trails on the one wheel, and I was like, and the Skydio is just following behind me, like perfectly, effortlessly following behind me. And I'm saying to myself, I'm like, holy shit, this is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. Like, I was in like some random backwoods trails, and I was thinking to myself, like, this is a lot of fun. But then I started playing around with keyframe, and I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I don't have the RC. All I have is the beacon. And I'm just like, I guess it's one of those things where it's sort of like autofocus on a camera, right? You buy a camera because it does well at a lot of things, but it's missing one key component that makes your life easier, and it's autofocus, right?
right.
The Skydio is sort of like that. Like, you never knew that you needed tracking to that capability until you start playing with it, and then you're like, holy shit, you have a lot of trust in that tracking capability, and the Skydio just absolutely nails it. And it's just sort of fun. I can't explain it. It was just a really fun time. The keyframe was um really surprising how well it works. Really surprising.
I mean, it really does look like a fun drone to have.
It is a fun drone.
And you can get some sick shots with keyframing. I've noticed. Like you
Dude, the
can,
keyframe is insane.
yeah, you can
Insane.
keyframe some really tight spots, and the Skydio is not gonna fail. It's gonna go right through your keyframes and go right through it.
Yeah, and it's amazing how it analyzes that data. So, like, I had a shoot today on a cabin, right? I was like, and the cabin had a lot of like, it was under low tree coverage, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I brought the Evo 2 and I brought the Skydio, and I first took the Evo up, and I'm like, I can't even see the cabin. I don't even know how I can make aerials work on this particular shoot. So I was like, you know what? Let me try keyframe out, and it sort of plotted a course in which that it felt like it could take. And
Mhm.
I was like, shit. When I looked over the footage, and I'm going to share the footage in a couple of days once I get the video complete, but I was like, damn, that is cinematic looking. It looked really good. Yeah, I got to do a little bit of color grading to make it match my other cameras, but honestly, I think it did a pretty good job. So I was like, that was pretty fun. I was like, damn, that was impressive. So it did a good job. It If the Skydio was your only drone, likely would be less Hallie. Ken, what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How fast does the Skydio go? Like how
I don't.
fast does it track?
I mean, I was doing 18 miles an hour. It was
That's
tracking me.
pretty
So
fast.
I mean, it was tracking me pretty
Yeah,
quickly. So
that's pretty
um,
fast considering it has to analyze like how to avoid obstacles and all that.
yeah, it does have to analyze obstacles. I mean, there were some times today, like where I was tracking through the woods, it was like stuttering, like trying to figure stuff out. I tried it two ways because I'm testing it. I'm reviewing this drone, and I tested it two ways, with the beacon, without the beacon. And I did notice without the beacon, it struggled to make decisions in a hurry, right? With the beacon, it's like it almost like it knows the path that the beacon took, and it will go through that path a lot quicker.
That makes
Um,
sense.
it's an interesting thing. I mean, it does a good job. I still think that it can get a little bit more refined, of course, but I think it did a great job, and it was super fun. Like, that was the biggest thing. It was like super fun, no fuss. The new batteries are great. Like, got a lot more flight time out of the new batteries. So overall, like, my experience with this is definitely a lot more impressed. I think that if they can just put out a drone that gives us the confidence of a Mavic. Like, give us a Mavic, but with your autonomy in like a key turn, right? Like, say when we can turn that autonomy on. I think that that would be amazing if they can do that. Like, I would love a really like a super high end professional cinema sort of style, um, you know, drone.
Yeah. Now, did you fly with the antennas extended upwards, or were they you just left them folded in?
No, I flew with them upright. I wanted to see if it was going to affect the obstacle avoidance, and to the best of my knowledge, it did not affect the obstacle avoidance. And a couple of times flying it, I did get it stuck. Like in the area I was flying, like it's easy to get it stuck in behind like vines and stuff like that. Cause like it's always analyzing what way to go. But again, if you're not using the beacon, it has a hard time getting out of situations. Like it'll lose the subject, but if it's tracking the beacon, it's going to sit there and analyze the situation until it finds that beacon. And I think that's pretty interesting. I think it's pretty interesting.
It
It
is.
was fun as shit though. It definitely was fun as shit.
That's cool.
I think they did a great job with this. I would love to see what they do with the Skydio 3. I think that they've got all the makings of something more. Like we just need a better camera. We just need a better camera. That's all we need.
What is
Better.
does it shoot 4K 60?
It shoots 4K 60, but like I noticed like the footage was just sort of, I don't know. The footage wasn't impressive. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you got to have really good lighting, or you got to be shooting in HDR for it to be, solid. The footage just wasn't like anything impressive. It's cool for what it does, but you can tell that it accelerates if you're in a well lit condition. Like I was going in and out of tree coverage, and I felt like that's where it was struggling. So that's definitely where it was struggling. John K asks, have you ever tried the 3D scan? I haven't tried the 3D scan as of yet, but that's definitely on the list of things I would like to try with it. Um, Overall, I mean, it's impressive. Kyle Miller says you gotta get the controller, man. I'll hook you up. 3D scan is also amazing. Photogrammetry fan. Yeah, I'll have to try I'll have to try that, Kyle. I'll have to try the RC and try the 3D scan. I mean, I've
What
seen
is
some
that?
amazing things. What's
What
that?
is the 3D scan? What is that? I haven't heard of that.
So it can take basically like, so like you ever see Drone Deploy, how it stitches together like all
Yep.
these photos and makes a scan of an image. Like let's say you want to do a house, like you have new construction and you want to scan the site. Well, the Skydio can scan a complete site. And the way the stitching is, I mean, I would say it's probably better than anything else out on the market right now as far as the scan services go. I would venture to say I would put money on it. It's better than anything else on the market right now.
So
So,
then what's the purpose of the 3D scan? You would leverage that for 3D mapping or
well, you think, all right. So let's say you have a client that says, "Hey, I can't go out to the site." You have a contractor, for instance. They can't go out to the site. They want to be able to review the progress of that site. Well, you can provide them a full 360-degree photo that they can zoom in on and take a look
oh,
at
that's
the
pretty cool.
progress being made, right? So they can take a look at the progress, which is very important to some of these, these builders, architects. I mean, there's a lot of use cases, obviously, for it, but that's probably one of the most predominant reasons why you would do a 3D scan. Inspections is another thing. Like, I've dealt with electric companies that want lines scanned. They want all these scans of lines. And it could take me, 3-4 hours to scan a rung of telephone poles, or I should say electrical lines, to make sure that all the isolators are in good condition. I mean, it's a bitch because you got to sit
Mhm.
there and then you got to mark. It's a pain in the ass. But with the Skydio, you can just automate it all and say, "Hey, go do it," and all you got to do is watch it.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
there is a lot of coolness to that aspect. So, I mean, and there's a lot of money in that. There's a lot of money in site scans. So, I think it's something that's going to be coming much more popular in the coming years. I think we're only seeing like the cusp of what's possible with these drones.
How 9000 says Skydio all weather day night drone with sausage rescue rope system.
My man on another level. Like Hal 9000 is on another level. Like his thought process. He's like, I got a drone for you with sausage rescue system. My dude is just he's on it, dude. He's there. He's ready to go. God bless him. Anyways, Mr. Ron Classic says my Skydio 2 Plus flew into a tree branch on its first flight. No question asked for the replacement with care coverage. That's good to hear, man.
Yeah, it's good
That
service.
is definitely good to hear. From all the advertising that Skydio does, the 3D scan a target audience. I hope it will do well, and the avoidance was intended for that. Well, let's hope so. I mean, there are, these are not perfect drones, obviously, and there are things that can happen, as we've seen from other creators and just people. And we've seen some reckless shit where this thing's just got super lucky, but yeah, definitely interesting to see. Lon says he could have sort of banned that dude. I don't know. We don't ban people. We just let him hang enough of a rope,
Let them live.
Let them live. Let them hang themselves. Alex Huckwa says Skydio 2 or Mavic 2 commercial. I'd have to go Mavic 2. Even though the Skydio 2 is impressive, it doesn't have all the features that you need in the sensor size. The Mavic 2 is still an all-around impressive beast when it comes to the commercial aspect. Yeah. Mavic 2 is still impressive for what it is, in the commercial space.
I would love to try a Skydio here in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know a few that have it. Well, they have the first versions.
I think the Dronalist has the Skydio 1. The Dronalist has it.
Yes, yeah. He did. The Dronalist actually rode a one wheel up 6th Avenue and had the Skydio follow him.
The Dronalist did that.
The Dronalist, yeah. It's a video.
Dude, isn't it crazy that we're both friends with the Dronalist? Like, we know him. I've shook his hand.
Yeah, you have.
I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah. The guy has terabytes and terabytes of footage.
I know, dude. He's just the ballsiest individual I know. I swear to Christ. Mr. Ron Classic says he's in the Queens. So he's right around your neck of the woods, Eddie.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's so many people like in New York, like we don't know, like they're not part of those 5 boroughs groups that we just haven't connected with. But I think New York is probably one of my favorite places to go. And, of course we go fly all these other places that we're allowed to fly. Like we go to the island or we go upstate New York. But I mean, we fly some pretty incredible places in New York, and we meet a lot of awesome people when we do get to go flying. So New York is definitely one of my favorite places to go fly for sure. Holy shit.
So many places to fly, so many places to hit up.
I'm getting all these live events. What's going on here? My owl camera's like, oh, you got a live event.
That's in your car.
Yeah. But I tell you what, that owl camera is amazing. I feel like I want to do a review on that damn thing. I love that thing.
You should.
The owl camera? I should.
Yeah, I think you should, yeah.
Remember you told me, you said you're probably not going to like it. But I swear to you, I love that camera. It's like, I love when I drop it off to a shop and I know when they're working on something. I love that.
I know. You recommended it, and I was like, let me wait 2 weeks.
And dude, I got to tell you, I'm absolutely in love with it. It's been well worth the price of admission. I swear to you. So, Javier S95 asks, how's the Mavic 3 after the firmware update? It's okay. I mean, the horizon tilt seems to be gone. Mm-hmm. The disconnects are gone, and yeah, they added in some features like you have spotlight mode, you have active track. So they did add in some features that I didn't think I would ever use, but yesterday I was doing a shoot. Like I did a commercial shoot, and I'm not even sure. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I don't even know how I could play a video. Can I add a video? I think I could add a video. So I did a video with the Mavic 3 yesterday, Eddie. I have to wait till this uploads, but I did a video. I don't think it's playing. I hear it, but it's not playing.
No,
I think it's got to upload. It's got to upload. So I think it's got to upload. But anyways, I did a video with the Mavic 3 yesterday. I did it, and I was actually rather impressed with, why is it not playing? This is pissing me off. Like, you would think it would play. Let me go to Vimeo. That's where I have it. I load the videos to Vimeo. I use Vimeo for everything when it comes to let me see.
It's great quality.
Let me see. Can this play? No, it's not playing. Fuck me. Let me see. Well, let me share my screen. Share screen, share a window. Yeah. So I did this one. This was done with the Mavic 3. And you can't hear the music, but this is all Mavic 3.
It looks good. Definitely no horizon tilt.
No horizon tilt.
And you're using the what do you call them? The quick shots? One of the quick shots, or that's
Yeah, I'm
manual?
using quick shots.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. That's
Pretty good.
Spotlight.
That's really good. You can speed ramp it and not have any, hiccups.
Not have any adjustment in altitude.
Yeah.
So I was pretty impressed.
Locked in.
Yeah, it's locked in. Yeah.
Nice dynamic range too. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought so. You put out a video saying, what was the title? I don't know if I'm returning the Mavic 3, and it had like the USPS envelope or box and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that you didn't trigger the masses. I mean, I was waiting for you to go viral.
Here's the reasons why here's the major reasons why I decided, after trying to sell it. So after I put out the first video that I was going to sell it, I put a Facebook ad up there, and I shit you not, I must have had 15 people message me. Out of the 15 people, maybe 3 or 4 were legitimate people. So after I weeded through all the scammers, because it's like a plethora of scammers, like with all sorts of reasons why they can send me the money after I ship the product and all this shit. I said, all right, fuck this. I'm not going to deal with the scammers. So I said, all right, forget about the scammers. And I said, let's just try to work with the people that are real. So I started talking to the people that are real, and they wanted to offer me like $1,500, $1,600. And I'm like, no. And then my baby, our daughter was born. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take the ad down, and I'll worry about this in like a week or so. And then as luck would have it, the update gets pushed out, and I install the update, and the update fixes a vast majority of issues. It fixes a vast majority of issues, but it didn't fix all of the issues, right? It fixed enough of issues to where I could keep it, but it's not going to be perfect, right? Like the Mavic 3 is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And the biggest issue I have right now is just the slow GPS. Like I can deal with everything else, but the slow GPS just drives me nuts. Now for real estate photography, is it a big deal? And it's not as big of a deal, but like where it will bite me in the ass is I know it'll bite me in the ass when I'm trying to do something other than real estate. That's where it'll bite me in the ass. Now, I did find a quick fix. There is a quick fix to this. Is what I found is if I power up the drone, let it go through its boot cycle, which takes about 20 seconds, let it go through its complete boot cycle, power down the drone, boot it up again. So now we're at about 40 seconds, booting it up a second time. And on that second time, it locks satellites like that.
Oh, I'll have to try that out.
Every single time.
Wow.
So it's like you're almost preloading, you're front loading satellites. And as soon as it gets like 5 or 6 satellites, you're good. Because there will be a period of time where I first boot it up and it has 0 satellites. Like 0. And it'll sit there at 0 for like a minute. So my thing is, I did this by accident. It was I rebooted it like within 40 seconds, and I did it again, and I was like, oh shit, I got satellites. It actually, I can take off. So I think trying that may work, and if it works for you, let me know. I'd be really interested in knowing if that. I'd be really interested in knowing if that works for you. The other thing to think about when you start talking about satellites is the fact that satellites are strung in constellations, and a lot of people think that BREW, which is the Chinese version of the GPS satellites constellation, doesn't have as many satellites as GLONASS. But wouldn't you be surprised to know that BREW has 32 satellites? GLONASS has 24 satellites. So technically, BREW has more satellites, but it's whether or not those satellites are actually in your region. So wherever their constellation is actually structured, or those clusters of satellites are actually at, is whether or not you're going to connect to it as fast or as slow as we are right now. So that is something that is, I think, affecting a lot of people. Is maybe like, I notice people in the southern region have a hard time with it. I have a hard time with it. And then I hear people in the northern regions, they're like, oh yeah, it connects right away. So I think it's really hit or miss. And it's just whether or not those clusters are, where they should be to be able to gain those satellites. I mean, I don't know enough about it. I can only speculate just like everybody else, but something's definitely changed in that regard. And it's sort of a bummer to see it as slow as it is. And DJI doesn't have a response for it. That's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they do something to tweak it and make it better through software.
I think they can, because if you think about it, and like I have this conversation with Lon. I shit you not, Eddie. I have this conversation with Lon twice a week. We're arguing about the satellite and whether or not this could be software. I really, really think that DJI can go back in and say, okay, hey, we tried the protocol that allows it to run the BREW and Galileo satellites, but let's go ahead and drop, let's say, Galileo and add back in GLONASS, or let's drop BREW and just run Galileo and GLONASS as the satellites that we're going to search for. Or maybe they run it and say, okay, if you're in this region where BREW is notably faster than, let's say, GLONASS, run BREW. If you're in a region where GLONASS is, noticeably faster, run GLONASS. And I think that could be a protocol that they can utilize, but I'm not really sure what the answer is, but it is very frustrating for many, many users.
Yeah, do you see that the complaint all over online? Anybody you speak to that has the Mavic 3, that's the number one complaint.
But what's so ironic was when I first brought this up, as one of my biggest concerns, my biggest reason for selling the Mavic 3, they said, Dobo, you're fucking crazy. You're just this crazy, negative DJI hater. Shame on you. Shame on you for expecting the GPS to be faster than fast. Shame on you. You paid so much money for this drone. Shame on you. You have no rights purchasing this drone and expecting anything less than exquisiteness from the world's leader in aerial cinematography. Shame on you. You spineless prick. That's what they said to me. They said, shame on you. And to them, I say, puh, puh. That's what I say to them. Bastards. Bastards. They're all of them in the groups. All of them. They're all in their groups and they're on their keyboards and they're like, Dobo, it's clickbait. I would like to bring out a list of people that I'm calling receipts on. Fuck you. No, but no, seriously, they're dumbasses for one, the guys in the groups, because they wouldn't comment on the video. Because they knew what would happen. If you comment, there's nobody there to regulate what I'm going to say back to you. There's no regulations as to what I'm going to say. This isn't like Facebook, where if I call you something, like I say the PUSSY word, and I say, leap off that lily pad, and, Facebook bans me and I'm in Facebook jail for 4 weeks. YouTube says, hey man, I'm just going to say, use your best judgment. I'm not telling you to tell that person that they are spineless, but I'm just telling you to just use your best judgment. Well, you're leaving it up to my discretion at that point. So I'm going to go balls deep on the comments. I like slam it balls deep, teabag him in the head. So damn.
Yeah, and on these groups, they provoke people and then they hide behind the admins, right? And then at the end,
they do. I hate Facebook groups. I hate Facebook groups. I hate them with the passion.
At the end, you kind of lose, because what is the admin going to do? They either going to take down your post or they're going to ban you from the group.
Right. Right. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Like if somebody says something really sideways to me, I mean super sideways and like just disgusting. Like there's comments that I mean I would never dare repeat. I'll ban that comment. Like if it's really fucking like super, I mean, out there, even for me out there, like I can leave an out there comment, but like there's some comments I'll get. I'm like, yo, this guy's sick. He's on another level. Then I'll go ahead and ban it. You know, I'll ban that comment. But I don't really fuck with Facebook groups as much. I'll lurk. It's funny in Facebook groups. I'm a lurker. I'm there. I can see comments, but I really don't usually react. Now, there's times where people are just like, I'm not in a group, and they'll want to talk shit behind my back, and then I'll be like, I'll find out who the admin of that group is. I'm like, yo, give me an invite. And I just go in there and I kick the door right open. And like in the first half hour, I got 5 violations. Like that's usually how that shit goes. I'm just like, no. I'm going in there guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
You know, Wild West style. I mean, that shit happens. I mean, that's why I don't like I don't do well in groups. Like I do well in person. Like in person, I'm a people person. I'm the type of person I want to shut a bar down. I want to party with people. I want to hang out. I want to really I don't do well with the online aspect of things. I'm not like I'm an in-person person. Like I like to eat, drink, you know, get drunk in a park type of person. Like we did that one time, Eddie. Like we got drunk in a park. Like degenerate stuff, you know, like that's to me the funness of YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, but not Facebook. Facebook is just horrendous. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't even like Instagram that much. I'm on TikTok now, Eddie.
Oh man.
I'm trying to figure this TikTok shit out. I can't figure it out for nothing, dude. I don't understand it. You make a short video and then I make a video about a drone and I'm like, you know, I'm trying to understand TikTok. So what do? I watch TikTok because I'm trying to understand it. I want to learn about it. And then all it is, I'm like, somehow I get on this big bank challenge. And you know, the big bank challenge is nothing about big banks. It's not about banks. It's not about banking or money. It's about large asses, Eddie. It's the big bank challenge. So large ass. That's what I found out.
Oh wow. I'm not on TikTok, so I have to.
Yeah, I know. It's the craziest thing. And then don't even look up this bunny challenge. I'm like, this bunny challenge is nothing to do with rabbits or anything. It's more asses. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, if I put on a thong or wore a pair of yoga pants, fucking game over, baby. Game over. Let me show you the big bank. Like, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know, man. I can't even understand TikTok, and you got to keep up with all these social trends and things. And I'm like, why can't I just do YouTube? I just want to put all my eggs in one basket. And they say, well, you can't do that because online you can't put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm like, I don't understand this shit. And I feel old. You know, you feel old as shit. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Big Bang Challenge.
I'm gonna check it out right after this.
I tell you, don't look for it on YouTube because all of a sudden you're gonna. Funny story. It's a funny story. I'll make it a quick story. But I did that on YouTube. I looked up Big Bank on YouTube, and on my Apple TV, my YouTube account is logged in on Apple TV.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, when she's home, she'll watch YouTube and whatever. Well, whatever I watched last or whatever my recommendations are show up on the Apple TV. And she says to me yesterday, she goes, I went to go watch YouTube. I said, oh yeah. I said, what was on YouTube? She goes, well, there was all these recommendations. I said, I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, for what? And she goes, there was nothing but girls doing this Big Bank challenge. I said, God bless that algorithm. God bless it. I said, you know, YouTube's a funny thing. I said, sometimes they suggest things, you know, and it has nothing to do. They want you to go in a total opposite of what your genre is. Like I talk about drones and they want you to watch asses. I said, I don't know. It's the algorithm.
Good excuse.
So it was a good excuse. I tried coming up with it fast. I don't think she bought it. So, like I said, this is a different drone show, guys. This is a different drone show. Like tomorrow night for like the plus 60 crowd, you can go to the other Ken. If you're not into this, like some of my plus 60 guys are here and they're like, yeah, fuck yeah. We get it. We understand you. We're all about this. And they're 60 going on 20. You know, there's 60 going on 20. But then I got some of the crowd, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna have to I'm all about the, the dad jokes. And I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet, guys. I apologize. I'm not there yet. I keep railing on him because the hatred grows. It just grows. Like the fire grows deep inside that I'm just like, there's got to be a separation between the two Kens. There's got to be such a separation between the two. Because I hate like when somebody says, "Oh yeah, it's Ken." I'm like, no, don't include me with that fucking guy. Please don't. Please don't.
Different type of crowd for sure.
Different crowds. All right. So in other news, Eddie, did you know I've been talking to the FAA. I've been talking to the FAA quite a bit. And this past week, I became a member of the FAST team.
Congrats.
So I'm working with the FAA. We're going to be doing working on training material, and it's looking pretty good. But I got a chance to spend some time, on a couple of Zoom conferences with the FAA, talking to different inspectors, picking their brains, and I got to say, I respect the living shit out of these guys after talking to them and they're first to tell me they don't know what they don't know and they want to know more. And I think it's just interesting being able to talk to them because like I have this perception of them like they're this big bad wolf, and then I talk to these guys and they're like you and I, and I thought it was pretty cool. So to be able to be a part of that, to be considered for the FAST team, and to be able to host and do the webinars. I'm like, and I said, the first thing I said to them when they asked me to do this, I said, do you even watch my content? Do you understand who you're asking? And they're like, oh, we know. And that's why we want you.
That's pretty cool.
I said, okay. I said, I just wanted to be clear about that. I was like, that was pretty cool. I said,
yeah, it
okay.
is pretty cool. Yeah. Now you're, essentially you're part of the FAA. So, you'll not only be a member of that elite group, but you can be an advocate for all of us, essentially.
Yeah, because I think
a liaison.
A liaison. Like I want to be that bridge between like I can hear people out, but then also be able to convey information. Because one of the things is we have this stopgap, like there's nobody like listening, there's nobody conveying that information, and like the people that I'm able to contact and talk to, they're actually listening. They want to know what our problems are. They want to know where the disconnects are. So it is sort of cool to be able to talk to these guys, and the coolest thing is I can say whatever I want and they're not going to judge me. So I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the fact that they chose you because of your your character, who you are, your boldness.
And they said they're like we just whatever it is, just say what you got to say. I'm like, holy shit, this is. I was actually taking back when they asked me, and I'm like, you realize what we're getting into here? This is uncharted territory now. So
that's a pretty cool accomplishment.
Lon, you're watching the wrong bunny challenges, bro. You're watching the wrong bunny challenges. Lon and I, we did this when we were in Austin, Texas. We were watching TikTok, and you know what? He's to blame for this shit because he's like, oh, did you see this? Did you see this? Fuck you, Lon. It's your fault. This is half of your fault, Lon. Yeah. My problem with the FAA is the testimony of retired FAA Administrator John Callahan. Can't really speak to that. Mike Kinney says, have you used the Evo Light Plus for work? Yes, I have. Let me see if I can actually open up some photos that I've shot with the Evo Light Plus on some recent shoots, because I've done actually quite a few of them recently. So let's see. Let's see. I know I've shot. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Did I? I don't think I did. I didn't take it up there. Did I do Pinehurst? No, I didn't do Pinehurst. Oh no, I did do Pinehurst. That's right. I did do some photos with this at Pinehurst. So let me open these up. Can I open these?
I think
open these.
Half of your audience is on TikTok right now searching the bunny challenge.
You know what? Good for them. Good for them. I love my audience, Eddie. Did I tell you that already?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can share this. So these were shot with the Evo. So this is Evo Light. I think that looks pretty good. These are just some real estate shots. You know, it's not the best house, obviously. Top down shot, not terrible. And then I always do like a lower ground shot, and I think that looks pretty good. Like grass looks really natural. The sky looks super natural. The house has good contrast. So I mean, you know, for me, I think the Evo Light does good. And if I really like punch into the image, I mean, it's pretty sharp. Like, look at that. Like
That
this
is
is the
really good.
this is the Evo Light, and I can't even adjust the aperture on this, and this is pretty sharp. Like, if we go corner to corner on the Evo Light, like this looks really good for the
It
Evo
does.
Light. This is the Evo Light Plus, and I think the sharpness looks actually really exceptional. I think for commercial work, yeah, it's definitely good. It's been a game changer for me. It's definitely been a game changer. Like, to not have to deal with these authorizations and shit. It's just, I mean, you can get a Lank authorization easier than you can get like DJI to unlock. Now, yes, you can unlock things in advance. Like, I've been unlocking certain areas, but then there's certain areas I go to, like an agent calls me in the morning and says, "Hey, I need this house shot today. Can you get out there?" And I say, "Yes, I can go shoot that for you." And I'm already in the field. Well, I'm not going to have time to unlock my Mavic. So I
Right.
go out there and shoot it, but that's where the Evo really bails me out. And honestly, I really like the photos. I think they look good. They grade wonderfully. So
Looks good.
um
Looks good.
yeah, everybody's searching the bunny challenge. Jesus Christ, what have we started? What have we started? Lon
Yeah.
says, I would have never known that there were so many amateur strippers in this country. You're welcome, Lon. You are welcome.
Oh
Right
man.
there. So yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with the Evo Light photos, and there's a couple of them I've done. I was just trying to see. There was a couple that I've done recently. Augustine, Aaron. I'm trying to see. Like, there's so many different houses that I've done recently with this, and it's just like, I mean, oh yeah, here's another one. Let me try to open these up. This one was a little rougher because it was an older house, but um let me see. See if that actually opens up. So this is another house we did with the Evo Light. So this is Evo Light. So just a farmhouse, and again, if we go looking, you know, pixel peeping here, look how sharp that is. Like, I'm zooming way in. Look how sharp that is still.
Yeah.
Like, we're zoomed in quite a bit on this photo, and this is still showing a fair amount of detail. Like,
It
look at
is.
this. Like, that's crazy.
It is. Yeah.
That is crazy. And mind you that this photo is also resized for the MLS. So it actually lost data. But this is all the way out. I think that looks great. Um, here's a how, like, so I shot this photo, and easiest way to know if it was shot from the Evo photos, like, all their photos are max underscore and then whatever their number is. So here's another photo. And look how sharp this is. Like, look at the detail in this image. Like, look, you can see the stucco on the side here. It looks amazing. So I think they do a good job when it comes to photos and just really nailing the sharpness. Looks, the detail and the retention in the detail looks really amazing. So that's why I'm using this a lot for photos, just because it does look really well, and I don't have to do a lot of work to it, which I think is most important when you're doing something professionally. So
Oh, it stands out. It really does look
it
good.
does. It's got like a little bit of almost like a 3D pop to it. So
Yeah.
um yeah, no complaints whatsoever when it comes to the photos out of the Evo Light. And I'm gonna do a whole separate video on and using it professionally. Um so those shingles look fairly new. And surprisingly, they're not new. That was the craziest thing. That roof was like 6 years old. So pretty crazy, because that was the first thing I asked the homeowner. I was like, "Is this a new roof?" And he's like, "No, it's 6 years old." So that's pretty crazy. Um, just a decent house, you know. So let's get caught up on the chat here. So, okay, there seems to be a communication problem on TikTok and what the bunny challenge consists of. Well, I think that is the challenge, Lon. They put their head over their feet. You know, I don't. How did we get here? How did we get here at this point? What kind of camera does the Lite have? So the Lite Plus has a 1-inch camera, and it's a 6K resolution camera. And that 6K resolution definitely it's pretty tits. It's pretty tits. I'll definitely say that. I see Recovery One has made his way into the chat. Carolina Aerial Visuals said, I haven't seen an FPV video in a while. I made an FPV video. I didn't think I posted it on Facebook though.
I think you posted it on Facebook only, yeah, not on YouTube.
Yeah, I posted. I did post. I posted this to, where was it? I posted this video. This was the one you're talking about, Eddie. I posted this to Facebook. Yeah, I haven't posted videos to YouTube. I haven't, like, I've been flying, but I have not been posting them to
YouTube.
To YouTube. I've been posting them to, so this is Kiss Ultra. So this is Kiss Ultra, Reaper 65 amp ESC, and it's the first time I've ever used the BL Heli ESC. BL Heli ESC and Kiss combined, and I gotta say I'm very, very happy with the results. I mean, it's super sharp and I feel like it's super smooth at that. Like, this was definitely super smooth for flying, and I was really impressed with this entire rig. Matter of fact, I have this same rig on the bench, and what I'm doing right now is I'm changing out the motors. So I'm going to go with a set of T motors versus my what I'm running now. I'm running iFly Zing motors. But yeah, I've been flying. I just haven't been posting. You know what it is I don't know if people are interested in FPV. So I'm not going to post something that people aren't interested in. I'm going to continue flying. But if you guys are interested in FPV, yeah, I'll post FPV videos. But if nobody's interested in FPV, I'm not going to post it. I may make a separate channel just for FPV. Maybe that's what I should do, is just have an FPV channel and a standard channel like I have now. I don't know if it's worth doing that, you know. I'm not really sure, but this was a video we did. Like, I just did this a couple of nights ago. Like, this was just a random video. You know, I think it was like I did 2 packs. I flew 2 packs here. And just to knock the cobwebs off.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
think people enjoy your FPV content.
I like flying FPV. FPV brings me the most joy.
Yeah.
FPV brings me the most joy, and you know, it's one of those things that if I can do it and I can post it regularly, I will. I just found this spot the other day. I was really like, I've never flown here before. I knew this place existed, but it's super, super fun place to fly. Super fun place to fly.
It looks fun, especially with all the trees and the gaps.
Oh yeah, dude, the gaps, the trees, amazing. Yeah, super fun place to fly. I love this. It like sort of reminds me like the Ninja training grounds down in Tampa. There's like a spot like this with all these trees in Tampa. They call it the Ninja training grounds. And this was feeling like that. Like, I was trying to find that juicy flow. And I got to tell you, this quad is so locked, so dialed in right now. Probably my favorite build so far. We'll see how it does with these T motors. B-Man convinced me to start running these T motors, like to ditch the iFlight motors. So maybe that's what we do. We ditch the
iFlight.
Yeah, we ditched the iFlight motors and just run the T motors and see how that does. So but I was pretty happy with this flight. I think this was a fun spot. Good like, you know, first time I freestyled in a hot minute.
Yeah.
And it was fun, you know. You know, it's fun to just get out there and sometimes just sort of fuck around.
Yeah, and flying FPV, I was talking to you about this the other day. flying FPV is such an immersive experience. It's totally different. I mean, a camera
Yeah.
drone, like the Mavic 3 offers us, about 30 to 35 minutes of flight time. And I can't be up that long with a GPS drone just aimlessly flying, looking for videos. Like it's not entertaining anymore. At the beginning, I think when we weren't so caught up into the FPV journey that we're in now,
Yeah.
I think GPS drones were fun to fly, but I much rather fly an FPV drone than a GPS drone all day.
I've been running. So here's the problem, Grandpa FPV. I've been running Zings for I've been running the Zing 2s for probably 7, 8 months. And no joke, I've broken hmm, probably 14 bells on those quads. So after the 14th, I'm almost on the 15th bell, and I've just had a mediocre experience. I'm trying the T-Motor Pacers out because I want to see how they feel, how they operate. I'm also trying a higher KV because I want a little bit more pop. I was running 1755, so I jumped up to 1950. So I mean, most of my quads are Cinelifters. I don't really even fly 5-inch quads anymore. Like half of my fleet is the Cinelifter, Sicario or thick. So I mean, that's I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty happy with the Zings, but I want to try what these Pacers do. Like the Pacer seems to be a pretty durable motor. As long as I don't fucking break these bells like I was on the Zing 2s, I'll be happy. So they fry and take out the ESC. I've had iFlights fry and take out my FetTech ESCs, but I've never had a T motor take out an ESC, and I've flown T motor motors for a while. The only reason why I switched is because iFlight sent me like a shit ton of motors, and I said, "Well, I mean, I've got all these free motors. I might as well try them out." And I've fucked up 14 of them. So, not even joking. I'm looking at my wall. I have 5 builds on the wall, and out of 5 builds, I probably replaced a good half of those motors.
Crazy.
So, I mean, everybody's different with their builds. I mean, I hear good things, bad things about every brand. I'm all about trying new things.
Yeah.
But that can happen on any motor. Like it really can. Yeah, the windings on the Pacers are pretty good. The Pacer V2s, the windings are pretty solid. I haven't seen anything like any discrepancy. I started to FPV and I shit it out. No, you got to keep at it, man. You just got to keep at it. Do I still have my slam squirt? I love how YouTube bans that because they think like slam squirt is like a derogatory term. I do. I have 2 slam squirts. I still fly them pretty much regularly. It's probably my favorite Cinewhoop. But when I need something that I'm going to have like a little bit more power on, I switch over to the Terraplane. So the Shendrone's Terraplane, I still fly that. So I sort of float back and forth. I like the squirt. It does a good job, but the squirt is so fragile. If you even clip something the wrong way, you're going to have to replace the frame. And it's just such a pain in the ass to keep replacing frames. I hate replacing frames on the squirt. I try, but I try. Tattoos holding up solid, Sean. I appreciate, man. Yeah, it's still everybody. I get a lot of compliments on the color on the tattoo, man. Everybody says it's so vibrant, and maybe that's because I don't get a lot of sun, but it's perfect. Um, Trying to get caught up on some of these questions here.
Since we're on the topic of FPV, I did go ahead and install the AG01 gimbals on my Radio Master, and I just want to say that I highly recommend it.
Do you like them?
Yeah, for anybody that has, if you have a Radio Master, the TX16S, and you look at your outputs, you're gonna notice that you have some jitters sometimes, which it can affect your quad.
Yeah,
Once I transitioned over to the AG01s, it is like it's solid.
yeah,
Just the overall feel. They're locked in. It's great.
dude.
And
I still have a TX16.
I know you were putting it up for sale, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think I still have it.
Yeah, that's a sick radio. Like I know many people have been trying to get me to convert over to the what's the one that you have, the Mambo? But
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
love the Mambo. I'm a Mambo slut. I
I
love the
love
Mambo.
I love the Radio Master.
Like the Radio Master, like I'm not gonna lie, the sexiness factor of the Radio Master is definitely there. Like this is a sexy radio. I just can't deal with the gimbal throw. Like there's something about the radio, and even though I have all the switches and everything like right where I would want it,
I
there's something about flying the Radio Master I just can't get used to.
I almost guarantee that if you install the AG01 gimbals on that and you install Edge TX, you'll fall in love with your Radio Master again
So
over the
eight
Mambo.
so what if I just sent you the radio, you install the AGO1 gimbals?
I can do that.
I Yeah. Or did Ray install them?
I have them. I installed it on mine.
So I should just send you the radio. You spec it out, and then I'll try it again. I'm more than willing to try the Radio Master because I love the Mambo radio. I love the Mambo radio. It's just my biggest fear with the Mambo radio is if I break a fucking switch. If I break a switch, oh my god, it's all soldered on, and it's like getting parts for the Mambo is a shit show. It's a shit show getting parts for the Mambo. Like I do love the Radio Master. Like I love the design of it. It's just I don't know. For me, it doesn't feel like I've gotten used to it, but I don't like the throw of these gimbals. Like I don't like how long the throw is. I like a shorter throw gimbal.
Got it.
Like for me, I like a shorter throw, and for some reason, I just still feel like
Oh,
there's something about the Mambo radio that I just find very, very comfortable. Like it feels almost familiar. Kevin Wells, thank you so much for the $7 super chat. Here's $7 for 2 beers. Repeating my earlier question, do you know Slat FPV? You're great at FPV. That kid is unreal. Yes, Slat FPV is just on a fucking another level.
yeah.
I love
Just
that guy. It's so funny seeing him come up because I remember watching him when he had like 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers. I subscribed to him a long ass time ago, and I'm watching his videos, and I'm like, this kid is going to be something huge one day in the FPV world. And sure as shit, sure enough, like he's there. He's amazing, and he's such a nice guy and tall as shit. So, but yeah, Slat FPV is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I can't say enough of good things about that kid.
yeah, he came in. I don't know him personally, but I've been watching him. But he came
Yeah.
in and definitely proven himself in the
Oh
FPV
yeah.
world.
Yo, super humble, amazing person. I love watching his videos. They're just probably some of my favorite videos to watch. Um,
This- Yeah,
Yeah, I guess maybe I'll try this again. Maybe I'll try it again. But you know what's a pain in the ass? I got to bind all my quads back up to this, even though I got Tracer right there. But the other reason why I like running the Mambos is because some of my quads run Crossfire and some of my quads run Tracer.
yeah,
So it's like for me, it's like I like to just be able to swap between Tracer and Crossfire and not have to pull anything out. Tracer's built into the Mambo, and I mean honestly, I'm just gonna stick with the Mambo. I've got 2 Mambos, so if I break one, I have a second one. And
yeah,
if they make a Mambo Pro, like if they make a Mambo Pro this year, maybe they'll fix the switches and make it a little bit more versatile. I think we'll see a Mambo Pro. I really do.
yeah. I would say yeah, definitely stick with the Mambo. I forgot that you switch back and forth.
Yeah, I switch back and forth
Yeah,
between Crossfire and Tracer. So, I mean, for me, I can't really switch.
there's a lot of discussion about Express LRS now. I'm hearing so much about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump to Express LRS. I'm not. Like, I don't care about the range. I care like for me, like TBS is just about simplicity. Simplicity and quality. Like when I look at their radios, I look at like, for instance, when you look at Tracer and you look at these modules, they're super clean. They're well made. There's a brand behind it, and I
Yeah,
just trust it because there's one company making this, and that quality control and everything has to fly through this, right? So it's just I just trust it. Like it looks cool, but I'm going to stick with Crossfire. Like, I mean, I've never had any really situations where Tracer or Crossfire have fail-safed. I've like Tracer, I've never had a fail-safe. So exactly. Booster FPV says if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm exactly about that. Like, I'm about, like, if I have 5 quads all running Tracer and I have 4 quads running Crossfire and everything's bound up, I don't have time to sit there and mess with switching everything back. So, like, for me, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm
That's
thinking
a
about,
valid point.
you know what I'm thinking about, Eddie? I think I should just give this away. This has been sitting for, this radio has been sitting for, God, probably ever since I got the Mambo. This radio has been sitting. Maybe I should just give this away. This is the Mac Daddy TX16S, and it's got Tracer built in. You think I should just give it away?
Sick radio.
It is a sick radio. So maybe we should do a giveaway on this. What do you think? We'll do, like, I'll do another FPV video and we're just going to give this away.
Yeah.
So next FPV video, we're going to give this fucking away. And then I'll literally ship it out. I'll do 2-day shipping on it when the winner gets it. Whoever wins it, I'll just do 2-day shipping. We're gonna have some crazy giveaways in the next few days. So I've decided we're gonna give away 2 drones. We're gonna give away 2 Nano Plus premium packages. Okay. So we're finally getting our stocking in place, and we got a surplus of stock because I've done so much bitching to Altel. So everybody keeps asking, when's DroneWorks getting their stocking? When's DroneWorks getting their stocking? I've done so much complaining, so much bitching to the team over at Altel that we weren't getting taken care of. We weren't getting our stocking orders. They finally decided that they were going to fulfill. They're finally fulfilling the orders and finally fulfilling things. So next, I think it's Tuesday, I'll finally have all of our stock for nanos and lights, and then plus 2. So they decided that they were going to give us a white one, a white nano, and a red nano for our troubles. And I've decided that we're going to give away 2 drones. So we're going to give away a red nano and we're going to give a white nano away next week. We're going to do it on the stream. Maybe I'll do one on the stream and then we'll do one in another video. But 2 drones will be given away. And I'll have details on how you can enter. How I'm going to do the giveaway is going to be unlike anything else. We're going to do it like a game show, Eddie. We're going to do it like a game show where we're going to pick contestants. They're going to come on the stream and they're going to compete against one another for the Nano Plus.
That's going to be cool.
That's going to be cool. So we're going to do it as a giveaway. We're going to do it as a game show, but it's all going to be done live. So whoever wins it can see it live. I'm going to give them a choice. They're going to get a choice of either red or white. And then I'll do the other one in another way. So we're giving away 2 drones. So I'm thankful for Altel for, making good on that. They didn't have to do that, but I think they were probably tired of me complaining about not getting stock. But you know what? I have to deal with the emails. I have to respond to the people messaging our Facebook page and saying, hey, where is the stock? When is it in stock? I'm going to cancel my order because you didn't get your stock. And my response to anybody is like, when they say I'm going to cancel my order because you don't have stock and I need it now. I need it now. I don't fucking care. Cancel your order because I promise you orders for drones are like a Medusa. If I cut off one head, another fucking head is going to come right back popping up and order that drone. And now you just fucked yourself. So if you're going to cancel, here's where my customer service lies. I will absolutely refund anybody's money. I will refund anybody's money. I don't give a shit. But don't ever threaten me about canceling orders because I don't give a fuck. I promise you, any stock that I have, I will have 0 stock when it's all said and done. I don't give a shit. It will all get sold. So please hold your threats because I don't give a fuck. When it comes to selling stock, I promise you, it'll all be gone. So you're not like your idle threats. This isn't Amazon customer service. This isn't Walmart. Like, customer service starts here and ends here between Zach and myself. And I promise you, neither one of us gives 0 fucks because we're going to still wake up out of bed. We're still going to live the same great life. We don't give a single fuck. We don't like Like we went to breakfast the other day and he's like, hey, did you see that guy that was threatening about canceling the order? And I was just like, yeah, I saw that. He goes, did you see my response? I said, yeah, I saw that response. I said, I just probably tone it back a little bit. But we don't care. We don't care. It's just, it never fails, man. It never fails. So, sooner people realize that, the better it'll be.
Yeah.
Like you can buy from B&H, you can buy from Amazon. People buy because they want like if they need support or they want us to go to bat for them on issues, we will absolutely go to bat for them. But if you start acting like an asshole, well, I'm going to act like an asshole back. And the same goes when it comes to Etsy. Like when I start getting like these crazy messages in Etsy and like people are using all caps, like for the love of fuck, the easiest way to trigger me through Etsy is use all caps. I promise you, I will refund your money. I will burn your fucking order. I'll burn your bag. I'll literally video myself burning your fucking bag as I'm refunding your order. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. Don't use all caps. All caps means you're yelling. I don't do well when people yell. I'm a nice guy, but the minute you start yelling, I'm going to fucking burn your bag. I'm going to refund your money. I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself. God damn it.
Or reply K.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or reply K. Don't reply K and don't use all caps. Those are the guaranteed surefire ways to trigger the shit out of me. That's a good way to trigger me. Like, I don't like, because I'm always on there. I'm trying to respond to people fast. Like, I try to respond to people because I know how it is. Like, if you get something, it's wrong or something's missing, and you bought it through like eBay or Etsy or something, like you're like, oh, I don't know if that person's going to take care of me. I promise you, I swear to you on my life, I care more about what you think of a product that I ship you than you will ever know. I promise you, I'm probably already aware of an issue and I'm trying to work on it for you. I am all about taking care of people. But the minute you act like a dickhead, the gloves are off. I will refund your money. I will tell you to go fuck yourself and have a great night. That is as fast as that has. Like, seriously, God, just, I'm telling you, man, this week has been a shit show because we found out. So this is a funny situation. It was Saturday night. I think it was Saturday night or Friday night, or I can't remember what night it was. A guy messages me on the Etsy app and he says, hey, I ordered one of your slick stick mounts, but the holes aren't lining up. And I said, well, you're probably not installing it how we intended. I said, show me some pictures. So he sent me some pictures and I'm looking at the photo. I'm like, wait a second, those holes don't line up. And I remembered we had a prototype. And somehow he got the prototype shipped to him. So we found out like some people, there was like 5 or 6 people that got the prototype shipped to them. So we immediately, like, as soon as we figured it out, I spent all Saturday night. I was up until 4 a.m, shipping, tracking the orders, fixing, like making sure that everybody got the right part out. So nobody knew they got the wrong part, and they got 2 bags and they were like, wait, and they were messaging me, hey, what's the second bag? I said, that second bag is the correct bracket so you can mount your slick stick. So that's fixed. Like, we got all of that fixed, but it's like, that's what I'm saying is, like, I'll stay up and I'll fix those problems before people know they even exist. And that's exactly what we did that. So William is the one that alerted me to that problem. So, dude, you don't even know how much I can't thank you enough, because I would have had an absolute shit show on my hands if he never told me. So I appreciate you 100%. That really, I was like, I felt so bad, but we got it fixed and he's happy. Everybody's happy. And that's all that matters. So that's how that goes. What a day.
Jim Bundy says, love my AAA tablet holder I got from you. And I
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, a lot of the guys here in New York ordered AAA tablet holders from you, and the helmet for the DJI FPV, and they're absolutely loving it.
Dude, the FPV, I get so many people send me so many videos with the DJI FPV drone and our helmets, and they're like, dude, this thing is fucking nuts. I have bought several GoPro mounts for the FPV drone, and I always got vibrations. I don't get any vibrations with the helmet. This thing's awesome. People love it. Everybody but Ray.
Everybody but Ray's still trying to figure it out.
Ray's just like, I'm trying to explain to him, like,
how many
dude,
grams?
I don't even know how many grams it is. It doesn't weigh enough. It doesn't weigh enough to affect the performance of the drone. The whole idea behind the helmet is the fact that the helmet is so secure, you don't have any of those micro vibrations. And that's the most important thing with the FPV drone. When you strap a GoPro to it, is you don't want any movement in that mount, in that holder. If you have any movement, it's going to translate over to real steady, and that's why we've sold so many of those. I think to date, I gotta look. I want to say, God, let me look here. I gotta look, but I want to say we probably have 500 mounts in circulation. It's some obscene number of mounts. I mean, it's probably the most popular thing we've sold to date is that. So items sold. Let me look at it. Let me look. Let me see. Let me look all time. Let me
I mean,
look at all time.
it's a great mount, and when you sent me
Okay.
mine, it even includes the little wrench, which I thought
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, we try to make it a complete package. So for the helmet, there are 434 helmets in circulation. There's 434 helmets. So for the DJI Action helmets, there's 434 of them in current circulation. So I mean, if it didn't work, people no doubt would say, "Hey, it doesn't work. I'm not going to buy it." So, and that's not the case for the triple tech mounts. So this is the most crazy thing. The triple tech 8 mount. How many triple tech 8 mounts do you think are in circulation? So
I want to say like 650.
no, not that many, but 391 triple tech tablets. So 391
It's a big
triple
number.
tech. That
Big
is,
number.
if you think
Yeah.
about it, like that's a lot of tablets. That's a lot of pilots that trust that tablet to be able to do what they need it to do. So the triple tech tablets are pretty damn impressive. So for the slick stick mounts, so the slick stick is obviously which we just launched the slick stick this year, and I think we sold more slick stick mounts than there are actually Autel Evo Nanos or lights in existence. So 70 slick stick mounts are in existence right now, which I would say is probably more than people have drones.
Absolutely.
So sort of some interesting stats. But I love seeing the videos. I love when people tag me in the videos for the helmets because I get some of the craziest shit. I had a guy diving down a mountain. Just a wild video. I mean, awesome stuff. So yeah, feel free to tag us in the videos when you take a video with the helmet. I love seeing it. It just I like seeing that it works, and I like seeing people still using it because it means that that product is still not to be beaten. So
And true story, I was in Puerto Rico last year, August, I believe it was, and I was at a specific beach in San Juan, and
yeah,
I was getting ready to take off, launch my DJI FPV, but I hear a DJI FPV flying over me. Sure enough, there was a pilot that was flying the DJI FPV from Puerto Rico, and when he landed, guess what he had? And that's how we struck the conversation. He
was it a
had
helmet?
your helmet on.
Was it a blue helmet?
No, it was gray.
Gray helmet?
It was gray, yeah. Like the black with like little glitter or like, little
Black with a
shiny.
little, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. I've shipped a shit ton of stuff to Puerto Rico. Like I have this one guy. Anytime something we create for the FPV drone, he's like Johnny on the spot. He's ordering up something for the FPV drone. But it's funny. I've shipped probably like 15 helmets to Puerto Rico, which it makes sense because it's a beautiful place to fly. They have the
Yeah.
mountains, they have the beaches, they have everything. So it just makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's awesome to see.
Yeah.
See Steven from Flyby Guys is in the chat. Steven, good to see you, brother, as always. Yeah, so I appreciate everybody supporting the 3D print business. It's always challenging to try to find new things to print. Like like not just shit. Like we don't want to print shit. Like we want to print stuff that actually makes a difference. Like the latest thing I'm doing now is this. This is going to be for the DJI FPV drone, and we haven't done this officially, but this probably looks better on screen. I think it looks better on screen, the color. But we're going to do a Kona combo. I'm releasing this on Friday, but these are going to be the Kona combos with the Kona blue helmets. And then, of course, we're doing the the battery covers. And this color, it doesn't do it any justice, but it's a very vibrant blue. Like if you have a Kona blue helmet, then you'll be able to get these to match it. It just looks super sexy. So, and that's like, and
Nice.
the Kona combos are sort of, again, that's my nod to 808 State. I had a great time when I was out there with them flying, and just like Hawaii sort of inspired a lot of the naming schematics that we use. So I really like all my guys over in Hawaii, not just 808. I got a lot of people out there. I can't wait to go back to the Big Island and everything. So, any purple helmets? I've dabbled with did I see so here's a good one. Somebody asked me if I saw the the Triple Tech Tablet Pro that burnt up. I did see that. Now that mount that he had on there was not my mount. And it's a funny story that you bring that up, because people always ask me, how come I don't include longer screws to be able to use the little like handle that comes with the AAA tablet? And that reason right there is exactly why. So what a lot of people don't understand is those screws protect the battery. And if you screw too far in, you can screw through the battery. So our tablet mount is designed only to go into the screw holes and not actually puncture the battery. That's something like we talked extensively with the Triple Tech team before developing that mount. And that was one of the things that they cautioned us on. They said, hey, the battery, if you screw too far, you can actually puncture the battery. So we had that in the back of our mind that we didn't want that to be an issue. So we tested it like a couple of different ways. We know exactly how far you can go and what screws. And if somebody asks us and they say, hey, we want to use the factory handle that comes with the Triple Tech, I will tell them what screws they need, but I will not include them, because if somebody accidentally puts the factory screws in without that handle, they're going to be fucked. They're going to blow that shit sky high. And that's going to be a really bad day for them. That was a bad fire, by the way. And that guy got lucky. It was on his kitchen table.
Wow.
So he blew his tablets, I mean, straight up. And you know what's crazy? It was his fault. And guess what Triple Tech does?
Sends you the photo?
No, they warranted the tablet.
Oh, wow. That's nice of them.
They knew it was his fault for breaking the tablet, and they warranted the tablet. They didn't even ask him. They warranted the tablet. Like, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. That's very nice of them.
That is very nice. Because if it was me, if it was me, I would have been like, yeah, no, you're piss off, you know?
Yeah.
Is it weird that I want to get a Nano now that you make a stick mount? No, it's not weird. I mean, I think a lot of people think that, like, you know, when they first heard that there was nowhere to put the sticks, they were probably like, that's sort of a deal breaker for a lot of people. But now that we have a solution, you know, some people have reconsidered. They're thinking, well, maybe it's not so bad. Like, I have somewhere I could stick my sticks. Sounds terrible. Saying it back, it sounds terrible. Like, I have somewhere to stick my sticks. I mean, I was going to call it something different than the slick stick. We were going to call it the knob gobbler. But for obvious reasons, we didn't call it the knob gobbler. But that was definitely the option. Will the Triple Tech work with the Lite Plus controller? Yes, it is compatible with the Lite Plus controller. The mount does work. We have confirmed it to work. It fits pretty well. I mean, obviously, if you fucking hang it upside down and shake it, it's going to fall out. But as long as you don't do that, you're probably going to be A-okay. So I think that's going to do it for tonight's stream. It's 10:22, went a little bit over.
Mhm.
I think we got a lot of conversation in there. Yo, do not say that while wearing a thong.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I've had a thong on, Eddie. Hey, I'll wear a thong next stream. Next stream, I'll wear a thong.
You're crazy.
Have I ever thought of making some Action 2 mounts for the FPV? We don't need to make an Action 2 mount, because the Action 2 works. You can use the standard mount inside of the helmet. I'm not going to make any protection for it, because if you crash the FPV drone with the Action 2, you're fucked anyways. So
That is true.
you know, it's one of those things, like, you really don't need any added protection, because if you crash it on the FPV drone, you are screwed. It's just going to be a bad day all around. So, all right. Well, that's that. Eddie, you have anything else for us, Ed?
Until next week.
Until next week, Eddie, you know what? We didn't mess with Paul tonight, Eddie.
I know. Is he still on?
Is he still on? I don't know. Is he still? Let me look and see if he's still on.
He's still on. Yeah, he is.
Let me look. Let me just look.
If he's still on, I think it's only right to help him with his watch time.
And there's 5 people. There's 5 people. There's 5 people in there.
5, yeah, 5.
All
and
right.
then
So here's what we're gonna do.
It's actually 3 because him and Kyle's in there.
Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do for just old time's sake. For old time's sake, and because Kyle is he gets so mad. He gets so mad when I do this, but fuck, I did it in the wrong chat. I'm so drunk. Shit. Crap. I'm busted.
Carolina says, when is my next video? Should be coming out soon. I'm thinking about heading up north to the mountains and capture some of the ice over the Hudson. Maybe this weekend.
Do it, dude. I think you should, Eddie. Shit.
What link is that you dropped?
I dropped the link to their own channel in their chat.
Oh my god.
That's why I said, oh shit, I'm busted.
Wait, did Paul get a haircut? He looks different.
He does. He looks a little more fresh. He looks more fresh.
He looks 20 years younger.
Yeah, dude. They know what's up now. They know what's up now. All right. So here's the deal. Just go ahead and say something nice to Paul and Kyle. Paul is looking super fresh. His audio is looking good. I like his new studio. Yeah. Kyle's
what was his middle name on the
Abraham.
So, yeah, we should all go in. So everybody should go in there and say nice haircut, Abraham, or something.
So what is that song? What is that song, Eddie? What is that song, Eddie, about Father Abraham? How does it go?
No idea what you're talking about.
You don't know how here it is. Here it is. Let me sing it for you, Eddie. This is a song. It's a song.
Are you gonna get a copyright on your thing?
I'm probably gonna copyright.
Yeah.
I'll keep it away. Let's go. Abraham, son.
Never heard of this before.
I never heard of this. Oh, it's a religious song. Oh, that's why I've never heard of it. That's why we've never heard of it. Hey, we're going to hell.
Oh my god.
But anyways, it's Father Abraham. Paul is Father Abraham.
People dropping in the chat, Father Abraham.
Go fucking comment Father Abraham. He's gonna be like that fucking Dobo. That fucking Dobo. He's up to 19 people. I love seeing that. It just tickles me the shit. Yeah, right now they are increasingly getting frustrated. I think this is a tradition. As long as he's gonna stream around the same time I stream, I'm just gonna mess with him. As long as he's streaming at 9:30 Pacific Central Standard Eastern Central Mountain Time, I'm just gonna go with it. Aaron Allen gets, he's like, that's old school Christian right there. Father Abraham. I think it was like a Sunday school or something. I was rejected from Sunday school as a child.
Man, everybody's telling him Father Abraham. He's gonna get so pissed. He's gonna get
look at his face. He doesn't know what's going on. Abe Father Abraham. Look at this shit, dude.
I bet you money. Kyle does not know his middle name is Abraham.
No, because I know Paul. Paul was my.
I thought he ended the stream. Oh my god!
I tell you what, for over a year, I would say I got a chance to know Paul, but only up until he shared that 107 license did I realize that his name was Abraham. And I would consider Paul a pretty good friend. Like I'd say Paul is like, he's a really good friend. I still talk to him like a weekly, but. I just love messing with him because he's a good spirited person. He doesn't get mad for nothing. No. Paul never gets mad.
No.
So he's a good guy. He
loves that Switch pod.
He loves that Switch pod. Look at that Switch pod. So anyways, there you go. That's going to do it, guys. That's the show. All right, Lips. I'll let you hit the button tonight. You ready?
Yep.
Go for it.
I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion and reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. Maybe, baby, this what flying feels like.
Maybe this what fun feels like. Ooh. Maybe I get lost in my delusion. Ooh. It feels like. Ooh. I feel really fucked up. Mm-hmm.
That was a good stream.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it went as good as you can expect it to go. My biggest problem was that I went to the bar before, like my brother-in-law was like, "Let's go drink." I probably shouldn't have did that. I probably shouldn't have.
I think
But-
you were drunk most of the stream.
Yeah, I pretty much was. It's like people are like, "Oh, you're faking." No, I'm pretty fucking drunk. I wake up in the mornings with a hangover, dude. I probably should go seek help.
I think you're fine.
You think I'm fine?
I think you're fine.
Paul always said I had a problem.
I don't consider drinking a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. It could be a solution. It could be a solution.
Absolutely. I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, I have to get drunk sometimes just to walk into my house and deal with my wife. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I try to escape from reality anytime I can. I'm not gonna disagree with you. I mean,
The best time, the best moments is when you have like one or two hot dogs, you drink so much and then you vomit. Isn't that like a sensational feeling? And everything about it.
No, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you even, what the fuck is wrong with you? That is not a sensational feeling. But I know why we're best friends now, because you feel the sensations I feel, that you don't tell me that you feel them, but we feel them.
Yeah.
This is a bromance, Eddie. This is a bromance. Yeah. I did start out drinking a lot of water. I'm going to Uber back home again tonight. I need to just be more responsible.
I think you should just do your one wheel back home. I think you're
could you imagine me one wheel face plant all over the place? one wheel face plant. Oh, where the shit did I put that? Oh shit.
Anything else that you would like to share with me about, just anything going on in life, or anything about the stream, anything you need me to help you out with?
What do you do? What are you fucking doing, dude?
We're still live.
No, we're not. You said you killed it.
No,
you said you hit end.
I did the thing that you do to me.
Are you kidding me, dude? Are you for real?
We're still live. Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna cry right now. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Am I crying? No, I feel like I'm gonna cry, Eddie.
Oh no, you're a good guy. I mean, you didn't expose
You're gonna make
yourself.
me cry, man.
No, I mean, I think you should have another beer.
I think it's in my emotions, dude. I'm in my fucking emotions, and you're gonna fucking make me cry. You son of a bitch. I don't like being doboed.
No, I think you're.
I'm just gonna have another beer. It's not closing time.
Just have another beer, and while you're at it, maybe start B-Man's Ducks.
I'm not gonna ever print his ducks, man. I'm not gonna ever print his ducks. Fuck that guy. I'm never gonna print his ducks. I'm not a print farm. I'm a creator. Okay? I'm a creator. I'm not a fucking flying tripod. All right. I went there. Oh, I did it for you. Oh, I did it. I went there. Fuck that guy.
Oh my God.
This shit's on the. Fuck you. Fucking drone life. Fuck you. Oh, shit. I'm not a flying tripod. It was the best line. Fuck that.
Oh my God. If he's going to be so pissed.
I'm fucking dying. Oh shit!
Oh my God, I'm
oh
crying.
God!
I'm literally, I have tears. Like, I'm literally
shit!
crying.
I'm literally crying, but I'm not. It's not you. It's me. I'm crying, but you know what I'm saying.
Man.
You had to be there. You had to be there. But that guy's he's gotten pretentious. Oh God! The sheer the balls. Well, he doesn't watch the stream this far, anyways. But if he did. I can't wait to hear about it.
I know.
How does it go? How does it go? How does he do it? How does he do it? I mean, how would he do it if he did do it?
What,
you think that's? Oh God, I'm fucking. I'm literally crying. I gotta wipe my. I gotta wipe my tears. I gotta wipe my tears with the Fuji juice. Eddie, you should be an actor. You're a devil. You're a devil. You're a devil. You are a devil. God bless you. Eddie. If you weren't the lips of FPV, I swear I would just give you a big